here with Jade Penguin Jewelry. Today we have bag 2 of 5 from a 27-pound lot that I got out of Tucson, Arizona. It's been a couple years since I actually bought this lot off of an auction site, and I haven't gone through everything. It didn't come in these gallon Ziplocs, they came in just a big box, and I separated them out into Ziplocs so I didn't lose any pieces, and I didn't have a giant box in my craft room. So I'm gonna grab a handful out and see if there's anything that kind of pops up immediately that will inspire me to make some earrings or some other jewelry. It seems like this is all one big knot. So immediately we have a tassel tied to probably plastic. So I don't know how far it will get in this bag just because it is one giant knot. But there's a locket. See, nothing in the locket. It does shut. And it is tangled. I don't know if unhooking it's going to help anything. Doesn't look like it. Like I said, it's been a couple years since I bought this lot, so I don't remember what I shoved into the bags. So let's see, there's a big broken hook. I believe this is a belt. I hope it's a belt, it's really long. It's definitely a craft lot. This wasn't sold to me as a wearable lot or anything, so I doubt I'll find any real wearable pieces anywhere in here. There's a hair thing and a feather. So I got this out. It is a really big belt chain. I like the, shoot, what is this called? Like chainmail style jump rings for the strands. And I like the little metal medallions. I usually, let's see, if there's like a jewelry jar, which there hasn't been in a very long time, there's a necklace that has these little medallions on it or something in the jar, I kind of gravitate towards that because these really have a lot of repurpose potential. You can take out as many as you want, make earrings, make a paneled necklace with them. So I really enjoy these. I don't know what I'm going to do with the chainmail part, but I'll figure it out if I decide to reuse this. So I'm going to put this back. Let's see if there's anything else we can get out of here without this just turning into one big detangling video. So let's see, this hair clip's probably a big part of a lot of tangles. There's a hoopy thing. Oh, there's 2 of them. They're both to blame. Hair zing. Has a tag on it. And a purple beaded necklace in its clutches. Be free. Okay, we got this guy kind of, oh, it's eating itself. Okay, got it. Alright, that's kind of cool for your hair. Hook it, get it on either side of a hair bun. Elastic isn't too bad, but it's also not going to last very long. It takes a little bit to go back tight. Let's see. We freed the purple one, and it says, "Forever friends." Again, sorry to break the news to anybody watching this if you had the other half. Forever is over. And yeah, that's a Claire's necklace. I have a whole bag started of single best friends. Just a chain. I don't think this one's any kind of special metal. I'm trying to see if I have my magnet within reach, but I don't see it. So we have, I lost it, what was that? Somebody's wire wrapping project. Some leaves, those would make for good earring parts to redo. Plastic beads. The chain's definitely seen some better days. It's kind of gross. Let's see. There's a cute little flower charm. I don't think there's any markings on the back. Looks very bubbly, like maybe somebody poured it, or it's just a really bad mold. Because there's a seam on it, so I'd assume it's a mold. Some more Claire's jewelry. This was a bracelet. See, this one says Avon. It's on a big leather cord. Same with this one. There's a lot of leather, fake leather in this bag. My hands already feel gross. Okay. See, somewhat of a treasure, maybe. Not really. Oh no. I don't know if you just heard all those beads scatter to the wind, but that's exciting. That's going to be fun to find all of that later. There's a clippy thing that used to go on the back of dresses. Let's see. Don't really want to let go of this necklace that I have because of all of the parts that just flew off and went everywhere. Try really hard to get it out of this. Or I'm going to be picking beads up for years. Okay. I'm going to put it in a different bag before I lose everything. Put that over there. There's something that reads Pepe. Pep pep. Okay. I like the way this guy's looking. There's some parts. This one says peace, has little peace signs on it. And then we have some glass beads. So I'm going to grab these two things. Scoop the rest of, see, look at all those beads. Dang. So this guy is very dirty. I have my sonic cleaner right here, and you can kind of see the stuff coming off of him. Sorry, it's a little loud. But then you can't really see him if I do that. So let's see. You can kind of see that little yellow cloud. Okay, we're gonna see if that got that weird sticky feeling off or not. So always research jewelry before you put it in a sonic water bath, a jewelry cleaner that vibrates like that, because a few reasons. If it's a precious stone, I believe emerald is one of the top ones, it will shatter. The sonic vibrations will destroy it. And don't use anything harsh chemical wise inside the sonicator, because it could erode the inside and eventually you'll wear through it and it'll leak onto the mechanics underneath, and then you could have an electrical short. Pretty much all I use is a very mild dish soap like Dawn in there, and it does tend to get a lot of the grime off. If it's a plated piece of jewelry that's already tarnished, it's gonna take the tarnish and probably the plating off too. So this little piece charm, unless we go for the tarnish patina look, it's not gonna be shiny again. But it did get a lot of the yellow grime that was on the jewelry before off. So at least it feels cleaner now. So some of these charms I think we'll be able to use, like this moon one's pretty good. He has a little patina, but he doesn't look gross. And some of these others we might be able to use. But when I pulled that out of the bag, I can just feel it on my fingers, just that tacky, sticky something, not sure what. So these leaves are very thin, and we could probably drop it in there. But if your metal you're cleaning isn't like a true metal, if it's like an alloy or something like that, it could start to rust or show other damage if you don't dry it after you run something through. So always be cautious if you're using a jewelry cleaner or cleaning jewelry more than just wiping it down. Alright, so I did pop this guy in the cleaner for about 30 seconds, and it did take just a tiny bit off, but not a whole lot. Some of the pins that are in the plastic beads throughout here do have signs of like verdigris on it, so if we use any of those, we'll probably replace the pins that are running through the jewelry. This guy, we're just going to take the beads off. These are just, I had this little crimpy end on it, so it was keeping the beads on, but barely. So we're gonna just kind of pop them all off, like how they do necklaces in cartoons where all the beads go all over. Because there is just enough of a kink in this wire to where they don't all want to come off very easily. Alright, now we just have wire. Move these guys over. I definitely like these little glass beads that came out of that necklace. They look pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and pick some stuff out of these 3 necklaces we got out of the jar, or out of the bag, and we're going to see what we can come up with for some jewelry. Hi everyone! So I got these pieces cleaned and we're going to see what kind of earrings that we want to make with them. My battery did die, so it's sometime later from the last clip until now. So I'm just going to get some little eye pins and see about making some earrings. So I really enjoy the colors that we have going on over here. I may not use any of this even after I cleaned it. It's still not really great. Some of the charms might be okay to use, but I'm going to hold off on using these for parts for this project. So I still have the leaves and these plastic beads, which I probably won't use. I'll use these glass ones instead. Some of this green. And maybe some of these green beads that are in here. So I think I'm going to use these. They're a nice pale green. Let me see if I can zoom in just a tad on my workstation for you guys. There we go, that's a little bit better. So these are a nice see-through pale green. So I definitely want to use those. Get one of these little pearls, pearlescent beads, if my eye pin isn't too big. Nope, there it goes. Alright, so we have the little pearlescent seed bead, our 2 glass beads. I'm definitely going to hang a leaf or 2. Let's see. Get these pliers out. Alright, here's my jump ring. And if you hear heavy breathing behind me, my smaller dog just came into the room to hang out. It's the same one that's usually making noises in the background of my videos. My other one can't be bothered usually to come down. Okay, I'm going to put those on in a minute because I don't have the tops closed. So I'm going to definitely hang the leaves at the bottom of this earring. And put another little pearl seed bead on. Like that. Oh, we might not be able to use these. The drills aren't straight. So I think it was good for thread, but it's not going to go onto wire. So we might have to use one of the flat pieces. Yeah, these holes are drilled very oddly. So I'm not able to get any of them on my eye pit. So we're going to leave them off, I guess. I'll use one of the little green pins, maybe. Green, nope. Interesting. Alright, well, scrap all of these because they will not fit on the eye pin that I have, other than the little seed beads. That's too bad. I wonder if I have any other clear. Alright, I have some crackle that I'm going to use. So I'll use a crackle bead instead, and we'll get that on there. There we go. Let's see. I'm going to grab just my regular pliers. And I'm going to bend that at a 90 so it looks like this. Grab my needle nose pliers and come back around. And make a little loop at the top. So normally I would use my little one-step looper tool, but I wanted a little bit bigger loop than what that does. So there we go, there's my little loop for the top of that, and we're going to do it again. I'm going to put my pliers bend it at a 90 degree, and I could probably go ahead and cut it here. Let's see if I cut too much. Grab my round nose pliers and roll it. And there we go. Make a loop. I'm going to try to tuck that in. Oh no, I messed it up. Okay. So there's the loop on this one. Squeezed it a little bit too hard so it doesn't look that as great as the other one. Let's see if I can round it out a little bit better. Okay, rounded it out just a little bit. So now we have the two tops of our earrings. I'll grab my needle nose pliers again, my jump ring, and the leaf. Go ahead and put it at the bottom. too tiny of a jump ring. Okay. So I'm going to do that again. I'm grabbing the jump ring, opening it up by twisting. And then I'm going to twist the two ends back together. So there we have it. Some nice green leaf earrings. I could add probably another leaf if I wanted to. There's enough room in that jump ring. To balance, I guess, the weight of the top. I don't know, I kind of like the single earring look. Yeah, I think we're gonna call these guys here. Just have those crackle glass and green glass earrings with the leaves at the bottom. And we'll call that done. Let me see if I have any ear wires. Alright, we do have these little ball ear wires. I'll go ahead and slide it on and push the ball right up against the base. There we have it. Took a little while to get it together, usually longer than I would expect for a simple pair of earrings like this, but plan A didn't work out. Neither did these. This was not the right tone for the glass beads I wanted to use. So in the end, all we ended up really doing was repurposing part of this. So that's kind of the hit or miss side of upcycling, is that plan A doesn't always go to plan. So I will put those guys in a nice little container and use them the next time I want to thread something, because the holes are much smaller than I thought they were. And it seems like somebody, when they drilled the holes, used like a bead reamer type of drill on it, where it's smaller, it's tapered, so it's smaller at the end and larger at the bottom. So that's why I can only get the head pins in one way and not the other. And while I have smaller bead reamers or files, I could make the holes bigger. To me, it's not worth my time to alter the glass beads. So I'm just going to leave them as is, make a note on their little container that it's for thread only, and use them next time. But we got to use some beads that I had in a stash, so that was good. So these little pieces of paper are, when I get them, sometimes I used to have a bead subscription box, so I would cut out what they were and include them in the little containers so I could easily remember what they were. So that's what the little bits of paper are in my container. And as far as why it's taken me longer to get a simple video out is because I went down a crafting rabbit hole. So if you're just here for the earrings, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys subscribing. I know my numbers are slowly climbing, and I appreciate those that have stuck around to get my monthly videos, as I still get the hang of balancing channel and life. But this is the craft rabbit hole that I went down, is felting. I started needle felting as a new hobby. So now I have random little furry, this is a Cheez-It crackers, or creatures everywhere. So I've just kind of been enjoying doing this and taking a break from jewelry making. I made fun little s'mores on sticks. This one's still on fire. This one's not excited to be on fire. And this one is burned. I did make a brooch, a kiwi brooch, as my first piece of wearable felt. So that's my rabbit hole that I went down, is needle felting with wool. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out, and thanks for sticking to the end, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you.